Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Something Saturday on this channel where we just talk about things we didn't get to talk about the rest of the week. And boy, have we got some stuff to talk about. So let's jump right into it. So first up, we gotta talk about the Fantastic Four. And the Fantastic Four movie coming out could in fact have Silver Surfer in it. This is the rumor that's been going around. It's rumored that even though it takes place in the 60s, Silver Surfer will indeed be a part of it. That he will somehow be a major part of it, and it will set up Galactus as the big threat. Now, I don't know what they're thinking, however, it has been rumored they've been looking for Galactus for a long time, so maybe there is actually some truth to this. And if this is actually the thing that is happening, it will be something that a lot of fans will enjoy. I think that bringing in Galactus up front instead of Doctor Doom would be the way to go. Because in the previous incarnations, we've always had Doctor Doom as the main villain. Why not set them up with a galactic threat? The rumor has it that Silver Surfer will not be the Silver Surfer we know, but actually the first Herald that we saw. And this one will actually end up betraying or becoming a problem and die by the end of the movie. But the rumor is that this is going to set up Galactus as the big bad. And I'm not against that at all. The idea of Galactus being someone who is a threat to this group is actually okay with me. I think it would be really good to see a better version of Galactus that we saw in previous movies. And definitely we have to get that new big bad that Marvel can be proud of. So here's hoping that rumor's true. And Antonio Banderas is one of the people they've talked about possibly playing this. And I love him. I think he is going to be a great choice for that if they are still going with him. I've only heard a few names mentioned. But that's the thing here. It's still in the rumor phases, all of this stuff. So we don't know quite what they're doing yet. But I will kind of keep you informed as time goes on the Fantastic Four behind the scenes. And we'll be able to figure out what the actual truth of the plot is and all of that as it progresses. Also, there is the possibility we're getting a spinoff from the CW, Crisis on Infinite Earths, with Brandon Roth's version of Superman being our Superman, and it would take place after the events of Crisis, sort of in this Kingdom Come era. It might actually be a pretty decent series. I always enjoyed him as Superman, and I think the concept of doing something like that that's set years in the future doesn't really interfere with DC's current plans at all, and we could see it be a lot of fun. I think that doing something along this line might also bring those Elseworlds events into sort of the limelight, because remember that while people have said, and you're going to continue to hear people say, that James Gunn and Peter Safran don't want multiple versions of the superheroes running around. There's even rumors that they are destroying Batman 2 with Robert Pattinson, that it's not going to come out. And this is actually completely false. Some behind the scenes stuff may be going on, but it's not on them. And if it does get destroyed or doesn't happen, then it's for other reasons other than what they've done. They have said in the past that they are very open to the idea of Elseworld stuff going on in their universe. And I think that this would be a good starting point for something cool on the small screen to kind of be an Elseworlds thing. Because previously they had talked about the Penguin. As far as the Penguin series, as far as I know, that is still going to be an Elseworlds thing. But having something with a Superman as an Elseworlds thing on TV kind of would imply that they are open to seeing other versions of Superman appear in other places. And I personally like this version. I like the actor, and I would be really excited to see that come into play. And last up, we have to talk about the new Superman logo for Superman Legacy. Because the new Superman logo for Superman Legacy has apparently been leaked. And we don't know if this is going to be the logo all the way through the movie, if this is one of many logos that we see. We don't know exactly what it's going to entail. What we do know is that whatever they do in this movie is going to be fun. I think that a lot of people are kind of being harsh. They want Superman to be a little bit darker. And Superman has never really been the dark character in the DCU. Superman has always been the fun character in the DCU. To do anything else other than to make him the light-hearted superhero who may not have all the funny quips and comments to his enemies definitely is the last Boy Scout. Anything else would be an injustice. And that's the problem that I personally have always had with the Justice League we got in the past. Wasn't that I didn't like it, but it was a lot darker and took things a lot more seriously. And I do want to feel, and you've heard me say this a lot on this channel, when I watch a comic book movie, I always want to feel like I am watching a comic book movie. I want that escapism. I want that feeling that I am watching one. And I personally don't care what the logo looks like. If they use this logo for the entire movie, I'm perfectly okay with that. I think it would be still would be a fun thing for them to do. But I don't know what they decide to do with this series, with this movie. I don't know what they decide to do in terms of the future of Superman in the franchise. I just know that they said he's going to be the forefront. That has always been the plan. So anytime you're hearing rumors that Superman isn't going to be important to the new DCU, just take that all with a grain of salt, because it has been said numerous times he's going to be at the forefront of everything. And this logo may in fact be his logo for a majority of the movie. It may be his logo for the entire movie. They may keep this logo for him for the entire run that this film series has. But either way, it's going to be okay, because this is actually something that doesn't really matter in the long run. You give Superman a cool logo, people are going to be down for it. But ultimately, we do come to see Superman. And not everyone's going to love every logo that Superman ever had. That's just the facts. Not everyone's going to be satisfied about this logo. I personally don't have a problem with it and think it would be kind of cool to see. Now, one rumor that I have heard is that this would be only for this movie, and by the end of the movie he would get a new logo and a new suit, and we could possibly see that happen. One thing I do want to talk about in this movie also that I've heard that really excites me is that we do have our actor for Otis. Previously, we were told that Miss Tessbacher is going to be in this movie, and I am pumped about that. I like the fact that they are bringing back some of these OG Christopher Reeve movie sidekicks of Lex Luthor. I think it shows you just how fun this movie could be. But also, I think it's really cool that they have an Otis. And Otis has always been one of my favorite Lex Luthor sidekicks ever to be put on the screen. And we are getting actor Terrence Rosenmore. And he has confirmed that he will be playing Otis. And I'm super excited about that. I don't know much about that actor. I do know he has worked with James Gunn before. And that's something that a lot of people also complain about with James Gunn, is they say that the fact that James Gunn oftentimes will bring in actors that have worked with him. All directors and writers do this. They bring in actors that have previously worked with them on other projects. So this is not big news. It's not big to say that James Gunn is just going to bring in people he previously worked with, because most directors and writers do this already. You work with the people you're comfortable with. I am just super excited that we're going to get to see an Otis in this movie, because the idea of seeing Otis return to the big screen is really great and should be really fun. But as always, we want to know what you guys think about any of these topics we talked about today. So go ahead and leave us a comment in the comment box below, letting us know what you think. Make sure you share this video with all of your friends. They're going to want to be a part of the conversation as well. And don't forget to hit that like button. It's free. It helps the channel and we appreciate it. Miko says we need more subscribers. You don't want to disappoint Miko. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. While you're down there, go ahead and hit that notification bell as well, so you don't miss a single video we do. And friends, at the end of the day, I know it, you know it, and Miko knows it. Fandom is family.